Very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning we're going to have a conversation about the West African College of Surgeons 66th Annual Scientific Conference happening in Accra. And we've been joined by Dr. Rita Larson-Reindorf, ear, nose and throat surgeon fellow, West African College of Surgeons, and member of the local organizing committee of the 66th Annual Conference. And also Dr. Vera Mausi Mebeyo, who is pediatric ophthalmologist and strabismus surgeon, fellow West African College of Surgeons. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for joining us. I believe you're all doing very well.
Very well. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for joining us. So, briefly, before we get into the conference, tell us a bit about the West African College of Surgeons.
Thank you very much. So, the West African College of Surgeons is an association of surgical specialists. And by surgical specialists, we have defined it to include anesthesiology, obstetrics and gynecology, ophthalmology, otorhinolaryngology, that is ear, nose and throat, and then general surgery and its specialties such as orthopedic surgery, neurosurgery, and then we also have dental surgery. So basically it's all these surgical disciplines, and it's an association, and we meet annually to share experiences and look at how best we can improve health outcomes.
Okay. And this association that you talk about, what do you do beyond your annual meetings to improve health outcomes?
So what I'd like to add to what Dr. Larson-Reindorf mentioned was that it's we have about 15 member countries that are part of this institution, spanning across West Africa, both Anglophone and Francophone countries. And this year, the annual conference came to Ghana. The conference rotates from country to country. The last time we had this conference was in 2014. That's because it rotates across all the countries. So back to your question about what activities the college does. So the college is involved in training. It's involved in accreditation of institutions for training, and then conferences like this. And during these conferences, it's an opportunity for surgeons all across the sub-region to meet, to discuss research findings that they have come across in their various countries or in their fields of specialty. It's an opportunity for learning, collaboration. We also engage in some, during this conference, surgical outreaches. And for this particular conference, the surgical outreaches spanned across the country, offering free surgical services to over 800 Ghanaians with various surgical conditions, including fibroids, hernias, cataracts, etc. And so the association or the institution of West African College of Surgeons does a lot with regards to surgery, training, and then provision of outreach services. Okay.
So tell us the theme for this year's conference.
This year's theme is capacity building. And under that, we've looked at sub-themes to include artificial intelligence in surgery, and then how we can leverage innovations and technology in training of surgeons as well as in the practice of surgery. So there have been discussions along these lines, and as part of the conference, we've actually put some of these things into practice. So we've had trainings on laparoscopic surgeries, principles of laparoscopic surgeries, that is pinhole surgeries, and then there have been workshops on managing hand injuries, and then there have been simulation exercises on anesthesia for pediatric surgeries, as well as leadership training. And we've been able to do all this with the help of sister colleges and partners such as the American College of Surgeons and then the Royal College of Surgeons of England. So these are some of the pre-conference activities that have taken place this year.
But let's look at the conference itself. You've talked about a pre-conference. So when is the conference starting? Has it started already?
Yes,
Yes, it has.
it started
Okay.
on Monday with the opening ceremony, and we were honored to have the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and he's been made a patron, a grand patron of the West African College of Surgeons, as well as an honorary fellow. So that was on Monday during the opening ceremony. And we also had the Minister of Health gracing the occasion. And subsequently, we've been having symposia, lectures, and more trainings going on.
So what else is going to happen, say, from today till tomorrow?
So we are going to have more of the symposia. We're going to have more of the scientific meetings where surgeons all across will be presenting scientific papers. We're going to have more of the trainings on simulation, etc. We're also going to, tomorrow will be the climax. We have the closing ceremony and graduation of new members and fellows of the college. So we are going to induct new members and fellows into the college. And so we are all excited about that because that's an opportunity to increase our numbers. Currently, we have over 7,000 fellows and over 2,000 members. So we are happy to increase our numbers across the region because surgical services are very important worldwide and to improve the health of our people.
Great. So how can the college be supported to do more?
Thank you very much. I think that if there is one thing that has come out during this outreach is the fact that you have a lot of disparities in terms of access to surgeries across the country. And so we believe that the college can be supported so that outreaches are not limited to only when we have a conference, but this can become a regular feature throughout the year. And so some financial support to the college for these surgeons who can go to remote places where they do not have all the surgical expertise to support them to undertake these surgeries. And then at West Africa College of Surgeons, we have the Ghana chapter, and that is headed by Prof. Ifua Hesse. She's a chairperson for the Ghana chapter. And we have the building that we are putting up at Rage near the SU Towers.
Okay.
Currently, the Ghana chapter operates from Kolebu, but we want to put up our own building and it's under construction. And so any support so that this building will serve as the center of training, examinations can be held there. And then we have permanent offices for the Ghana chapter of the West Africa College of Surgeons. So support in that area is also very welcome.
Anything you want to say finally, Dr. Vera Bayo?
Yes, so I would just like to thank all those who have supported us for this conference. Corporates Ghana, I won't be able to mention all our sponsors, but Telecel, MTN, to Stanbic Bank, all Corporates Ghana, and then to UPSA for partnering with us for this conference. A big thank you. And then once again, a big thank you to His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama for gracing our opening ceremony, and then to the Minister of Health and Deputy Minister of Health as well, who were there with us. And thank you to Joy FM for having us here. Thank you to everyone who has supported us in one way or the other.
Thank you, Dr. Rita Larson-Rendorf, ear, nose, and throat surgeon, fellow West African College of Surgeons, and member of the local organizing committee of the 66th Annual Conference. And thank you also, Dr. Vera Mausi-Mebeyo, who is pediatric ophthalmologist and strabismus surgeon, fellow West African College of Surgeons, for joining us. We wish you a successful conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Folks, when we return after these messages, we're talking about the power